friends, we are done with the map. Now let us see the list of map items for social science which is to be located. So here, as you see the list, history has got some which will be from basically from lesson number 3, nationalism in India, under which you have to just locate some important places or centers of Indian national movement, which will be basically Champaran, movement of indigo planters, Kheda, peasant satyagraha, Ahmedabad, that is in Gujarat, once again cotton mill worker satyagraha, then Amritsar, Jallianwala Bagh incident, then Chauri Chaura, calling of the non-cooperation movement, and Dandi, civil disobedience movement. So this will locate later on. First we will concentrate on geography. Here the chapter is quite easy, but the location seems to be too many. Anyhow, the first chapter basically is for resources and development, where you have to locate major soil types. Chapter 2 has got no maps as per the list. Now chapter 3 is water resources, where you have to locate some dams. Then chapter 4, basically you have to locate some major areas of rice and wheat, then largest and major producer of some items or products, that is crops, that is sugarcane, tea, coffee, rubber, cotton and jute. Chapter 5 basically deals with mineral and energy resources, under which you have to identify minerals, that is iron ore mines, then mica mines, then some coal mines, oil fields, bauxite deposits, then mica deposits, then power plants, locating and labeling only, it is said, which is thermal plants, nuclear plants. Chapter 6 will be manufacturing industries. Here once again locating and labeling only it's written, so it will be cotton textile industries, iron and steel plants, software technology. Then chapter 7, lifelines of national economic, identification only will be asked, that is golden quadrilateral, north and south corridor, east and west corridor. Then national highways, under which you have to locate and level major ports, then national and international airports, and some of the items which are said like locating and labeling may also be given as identification. So that is a list of maps which is included in geography. So before we start locating, first few small tips. Let us use pencil for locating every time during examination. I don't suggest using pen, because as I also being a teacher, I don't like to see like maps are being entered with a pen. As far as possible, avoid using pen for location. Next thing, that is tip number 2, let us avoid writing the way we like, as in case suppose I want to locate here something like Delhi, so I locate like this with an arrow, and then I'm using DELAHI, which is nice, no problem. But sometimes what happens, we tend to make some kind of writings as our own way. We'll just draw like this, and then we'll write suppose Jammu. So now as you can see, one is written little straight and the other one is little horizontal towards the corner. So let us avoid this type of writing. Let us try to maintain one common format, that is very straight. I'll show you how. Let us draw a straight line first whenever we want to locate it. Before I have written Delhi, I rubbed it off. Now suppose here is Delhi, so I'll just draw a straight line, arrow, and then I use block letters DELHI. So that is done. Underline it. Then it will have a question number, whatever it is. Let us say sub number 1, you mention it, or sub number 2, whatever it comes. Then second one, let us say it's here, which is Jammu, Jammu, Jammu. So the question number, you can write it either here or the other side. I'll go for number 2. So like this, and then the point of location, for example, here is Delhi. So let's keep it little bit clean and tidy so that we can easily make out that yes, I am locating Delhi or Jammu here. So what I showed is just like 2 important places or some important places. Now in case we are asked to locate an area of importance, for example, largest growing sector, or let us say agricultural land, rice for example. So how are you going to locate rice? I know it's in West Bengal or maybe in Uttar Pradesh, or let us say coffee. So how are you going to locate it? Yeah, you just cannot locate with a dot. What you need to do is at least show an area. For example, I'll take UP. The whole UP does not grow whatever it is, rice or something. So I'll just say rice. I'm locating rice. This is an example only. So I just drew like this, and then inside, according to my wish, I can draw whatever pattern I love. So this is that. And now it also have got a question number. So what are we going to do is, let's put a question number there, question number 3, and don't just write UP. What we need to do is, in case this side as you can see there is no space, basically 5 locations will be asked, or max to 6. See, you may have lots of space around here. You can just use an arrow saying UP, or write in full Uttar Pradesh. In bracket you can just write whatever is asked in the question. Largest producer of wheat. So this is just an example, so I'm just giving you. In case you find it wrong, it doesn't mean that I'm just showing you wrong things. It is just an example. So likewise we have pots. So basically for pots we just use some dots. So what are the pots? For example, we will go to Haldia, Kolkata, or this. So pots basically will be on the line because it's the seaport, as you know. So you just make a dot here, little bit dark, and which is visible. You can just write it with an arrow pointing like this. Now what port is this? And just write Kolkata. And then you just write port. What is the question number? Once again, if it is 5, so we'll just locate 5. So I hope you understood. So this is port. Now regarding some more things as we go for it. Now our first thing was soil. So regarding the soil, it does not only cover one state, sometimes it covers 2 or 3 states. So during that moment, for example, if you're asked to locate a laterite soil, for example, laterite soil is from somewhere here, which is Konkan and this area, Goa, little part of Kerala, some part of Karnataka. So now this is your laterite soil. Now you have to locate it like this, little bit of big area, and then put some, as you like, some kind of shades out here. So we should not be again same. For instance, you can notice this and this, they are not same. Okay, so I give a question number here once again. This is question number 6, and then write laterite soil. So notice one thing, I did not go across the map. Whatever I have written it straight. So this gives a clean shape to the map and it looks tidy enough. So these are some. Besides this, there may be some more which will, as you go on, you may come across. So let's start with the location. So according to our list of maps, so here first is from resources and development, basically types of soil. I'll not show all, I'll just show you only one, so that the video is not very lengthy, otherwise you will feel bored again. So I'll be drawing or locating only desert soil. So how to locate this desert soil? So basically we know the whole Rajasthan is not a desert, so we'll just draw a part of it. For example, it comes somewhere here and up to this part. So there we go. But leaving like that won't give you marks again, so you have to at least draw some pattern out here. So I'll draw this as my pattern for desert soil. So here I go. Now we need to write a name for this. Question number, whatever it is, 1. So if it is given as A, write A. If it is given as Roman 1, then 1. And then we know it's laterite soil. Oh, sorry, it's desert soil. There I go. So you don't need to indicate or write the name of the states if you are not sure enough, but if you have surety, then you can. Now for this case I know it's Rajasthan, so I can write Rajasthan. And then in some cases the areas are too big, so we may not write it. RAJST, Rajasthan. But I'll suggest you not to write the names of the states, as in case, or I'll just tell you one more, forest and mountain soil. So forest and mountain soil basically comes from this part up to this part. So what are you going to write? So these are the forest soil. So I'll just draw another pattern out here so that it is easily differentiated between two, what desert soil and the, so the two patterns are very easily differentiated. But now, as I was telling you, writing the name of the states. So you can see for Rajasthan, or we can say desert soil, the area is quite okay, we can just say Rajasthan. But for mountain soil, see, it starts from this part of Jammu and Kashmir and comes towards Uttarakhand. So two states are covered up. If you want, you can just locate one area, because mountain soil is not finished here. It comes towards your northeast area also, that is some of your Arunachal area, then like that. So that is why I say not to write the name of the state. So there is an exceptional, sometime in the question they ask, identify and mark any 3 states or 2 states where a particular soil types are found. So in this case I'll take an example of alluvial soil in 2 states. Let's see. So where are these 2 states where alluvial soils are found? So alluvial, as you know, these are found almost every part of India. So you can just take any 2 states which is very known to you or you are very familiar with. For example, here I'll take Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so Uttar Pradesh, I'll just go for Uttar Pradesh. So this is alluvial soil. So remember the question, they may ask you identify and mark 2 states. Okay, so like that. So soil type alluvial. So here this is one alluvial soil area, and then I'll just go nearby to it. I'll just go to our West Bengal. So here are the alluvial soils, and remember they belong to the same question. So I'll just put some pattern out here. So in this case, you all know that the states are already been asked. For example, here this and this both are alluvial states. So now I'll draw this and I'll write UP, alluvial soil, and just below like this I'll draw West Bengal. Remember they ask about states. Now don't write Kolkata or something. West Bengal, BENGAL. What have you located or marked? It is alluvial soil. So and now the most important thing, both this and this belong to the same question number, so you can write either 2 and here also 2. So in this way you can mark it. So here this is exceptional, as I said before. As I told you, when you are marking all this part, mountain soil, Jammu and Kashmir and Uttarakhand comes. So that was not asked in the question, but they just ask you to mark. So you can mark like that, but never name the areas if it is not asked. In this case it was asked as a question, so I just showed you. This is about alluvial soil, and the 2 states are UP and West Bengal. So now we'll move on to the next chapter, that is our water resources. So under this chapter you will be either asked to identify or locate 2 things. You may be asked to locate a river or a dam. So first of all, my request is for all, that is, you should know at least 10 rivers, the major ones. And how to locate the rivers, there is also a way. You just can't draw simply a line. For example, I want to mark Ganga, so you cannot just draw like this. This is not Ganga. You have to go to its exit point, or the point where it just meets the river or other sources. For example, this is not river Ganga, so roughly we can just say river Ganga flows, continues and goes towards this. That is one. And then here you go. Another thing is, we have to be very much sure that it passes through a very good path. Means the stage where it does not go or reach, we should not indicate or locate or take into this also. I mean, the river should not pass into these wrong areas. And likewise Narmada and Tapi. So these are the 2 rivers which are the only rivers which fall in Arabian Sea. So you once again cannot just draw like this, which is wrong. At least to the point of meeting, I'll draw like this. This is your Narmada, and over here comes your Tapi. It should be something like this. And when you write the names of the river, question number is okay, you have to indicate the number 1, 2 like this. Then write R, the initial, and write river Narmada. And R, TAPI. So in some cases they write TAPTI. Both are correct. There is not much of difference. This is river Ganga. So, some used to say river Ganges. So you can write it. There is no problem. What is asked in the question, you just write that. But as I told you, indicate the question number without failure. So let us locate river Brahmaputra. So another mistake that most of the students commit is that the river never passes straight in this way. Okay, it never crosses Meghalaya. It comes almost like this to the straight line and then goes in this way towards, it's almost here like that. So there are 2 tributaries which comes and meets Brahmaputra. So this is Brahmaputra. Okay, this is river Brahmaputra. So now As I told you, write the name indicating R, or the question number you can just write with the help of an arrow. Just write once again question number 1, river. River Brahmaputra. So this is how you can do it. So our next thing is to locate a dam. So remember, anything can be asked. Either you'll have to identify or you have to locate it. So right now I'll just locate Salal Dam, Salaldam, Salal Dam. So first we should know where it goes. It is somewhere here. So locating style will be something like this. I'll just draw a rectangle first and I'll make it dark, and then this is the dam. So you don't need to locate all the tributaries or this, but at least the river on which it is made. So this is the river, and you can no need to name the river, you just write Salal Dam. Question number 2. So Salal Dam. So friends, this is all about dams and rivers. So these are enough for this chapter. Now we'll be checking out agricultural chapter, where we have to mark or identify according to the question. Sometimes they may be asked, mark a major area where rice is grown. Remember the question, a major area. If it is areas, that means you have to look at a very big area. But if it is asked, mark a major area where rice is grown, so we all know where rice is grown. So according to you, which one is very known to you or you are familiar with, you mark it. But I'll suggest always go for the largest producer. So largest producer of rice, so it keeps on fluctuating. I'm asking a question, you can send me in comments which one is the largest producer of rice. So I'll go for Kolkata. So Kolkata, or sorry, West Bengal. So this is West Bengal. So I'll just locate the West Bengal area as this, and then put some pattern out here. That is my rice growing area. Okay, there you go. So this is rice growing area. Now what is the thing that you have located? So with the arrow, mark it. Once again, give the number. This is question number 3, and what is it? West Bengal. So is right, West Bengal, and then in bracket you write rice growing area. So this is about one major area. So when major areas are asked, you have to see that the border is being taken up, the whole border of the state, if not at least a big area. I'll take another example. So one rubber producing state, if it is asked, so which one is a rubber producing state? So we all know Kerala is one of it. So let's go for Kerala. Is it Kerala? Tamil Nadu? Tell me. Pass your comments now. If you find it interesting, pass or send me or reply your answers. I ask you the major producing or one river producing state. So I said Kerala. So what do you think? Is it Kerala? So here is Kerala, and remember the pattern which you have used. So I'm using this, and just question number is given, I write Kerala and rubber producing area. So you can just use an arrow to indicate this. So this is how we are to locate some maps. Then some more to go. So now we move on to another chapter, is minerals. Under this you will be asked to locate one important place, not a whole state, remember this. As an example, a question may be one ore or iron ore mine, or maybe coal mine. So we have to know which one is iron, which one is coal. According to that you have to locate some places. So which one is ore and iron, this you have to know. Right now I'll just locate and show you how it is located. So one coal mine, so once again it will be in just nearby West Bengal, that is our Jharkhand area. I'll just draw a small square here, see, a small square, and then give a question number. This will be 5, and write down the name, that is Jharia, Jharia, Jharia. So here you go with your coal mine. So one thing you should notice is that when you are asked to locate exactly at that same place, if you can't locate also, just try to locate within the state, not very far away from the state. If Jharia is in Bihar, you can't locate it in Jharkhand. If it is in Orissa, you cannot just locate it above Orissa and say this is Jharia. So make sure, and you will get marks for at most near to it also. As in case, suppose I, instead of Kerala, I mark here and I write Kerala, which we know it's wrong. But if you mark not the whole Kerala, if you just mark a little bit of Kerala and write rubber producing area Kerala, you will get marks. Likewise Jharia, see now this is a border area, so almost, so I just put on little bit nearby the border, but exactly it is little lower. Where I have written Jharia, Jharia is there, not the place where I have written the box or showed the box. So these small things won't be a factor, but I should say that you should know the boundaries of the states also. Otherwise you will locate here and there, and thus you will get no marks for that hard work. So till now we have done only location. Now what is identification or locate and level? Sometimes they used to ask identification. So in your question paper, sometimes they'll just give you a number or a letter just saying like identify it. For example, I'll just take this thing. Sometimes they'll be writing A in bracket, and then they'll just draw a very long line like this. On the question paper it will be like this. So you have to know what is it. Okay, so sometimes they'll give you like the areas. For example, now if I ask you where is Nellore mica mines, okay, so they'll ask, or they may ask you identify the features marked as A and B on the map. So what is A, what is B, you have to know. So here A is your iron ore mine. It might be some other mines also, but since it is a mineral chapter, I'll take it as iron ore mine, and the name will be Bailal Dila, or we can say Bailadila, Bailadila, Bailadila. So just write Bailladila. These are some of the questions which might be asked in the questions. For example, in the board exams, this is how sometimes they'll ask you to identify it. Location is what we locate on our own. Identification is something where they'll just give two questions marked A or B, or maybe 1, 2, 3, any sequence as they like, and then we have to locate what is that place. So dear students, my request to all of you is be thorough with the name of the places as you read your geography. So there are some more questions left, but I'll not be doing all, but I'll just finish up after this as the video becomes too lengthy. So here, the last one but not the least, you might be asked to locate even the airport with names. So international airports, so we'll just take it like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, then Chennai, Bangalore and all are there, but what is more common, let us go for it. For example, here I'll take Mumbai. The name of the airport is, you all know, it is Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport. So you can mark either a ring type, depends on your artistic or creativity. So I'll go for this. Otherwise I used to draw a small plane for this. Now here I'll write Chhatrapati. Okay, I'll just use some initials right now, but you don't do it. So Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport, and where it is, you just write in bracket Mumbai and give the question number. So this dot should not be similar with the pots. So this is your question number. I'll just take number 6. This is about airport. Now for the last, sometime you'll be asked to locate national highways. So national highway number 2, directly they'll ask you this question. So national highway number 2 starts from Delhi, okay, somewhere here. So it comes in this fashion. It comes, meets Uttar Pradesh, then it comes to Bihar, a part of it, and then it ends up in Kolkata. So the end point, you have to write the names. That is, here it is Delhi, here it is Kolkata. So make sure the names are visible. Now as you can see in the Kolkata part, it's very not clear. Why? Because I have so many things out here. But in your map it won't be like this. You will have basically only 5 things to locate, and then don't forget to mention what is what. So this is what NH2, and your question number, let us suppose it is question number 7. So with this I finished up the video, and if you like to get some more tips on it, then please write to me. Okay, comment down. Thank you and all the best for your final exam.